Boris Herrmann saw what a long leg 3 was in the ocean race, and he had his Imoca designed for the gruelling Southern Ocean, and he was successful, as he and his great crew won the leg from Cape Town to Itaijai. Despite fixing their mast and sails, along with Rosie's accident, they screamed over the leg, giving us some fantastic footage. Congratulations to the team for an epic sail.
Was that one on the left? Yeah. So we are seeing the team for the first time now in the last 34 days. We waved them off in Cape Town. Feels like a very long time ago, I can tell you. We have been many sleepless nights with the phone pinging, and so we are very, very excited to see them now coming in.
So many challenges and ups and downs, and now we are winning this, so I still need to process that to realize. And then we get such a nice welcome. So many people come out in the middle of the night.
It's been the adventure of a lifetime, I'd say. You know, rounding Cape Horn, sailing for 40 days, 12,000 miles, and
look my hands.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good job, guys. Good job. Thank you.
Morastone e o nosso ex-secretário de turismo do município de Itaijai, atual secretário estadual do troféu.
This is your weekly sailing highlights show, The World on Water for April 7, 2023. Speaking afterwards, Lucas Calabrese offered a brilliant insight into just how cool the American Magic team is, and talking about the Capsize, he almost made it sound fun. Yeah. Obviously it's pretty challenging. You have the bustle that is hanging down on the boat, and then you have the foil that is coming in and out of the waves. So it's hard to manage the balance between keeping the bustle out of the water and the foil not coming out of the water. It was just one of those days, pretty tough conditions, and we stuffed the bow, and then got slow, and ended up in a pretty fun capsize.
Okay, today we have Lucas Calabrese with Team American Magic on board the AC-40. Sailed offshore today in medium breeze, but pretty significant sea state. What can you tell us about the challenges today?
Well, obviously it was just a great learning day, and like you said, the sea state was quite high, and the period was short between the waves, so it was quite hard. But it was great learning, and just keep going through our testing on those conditions. So.
Was there something specific you were looking for offshore today?
Yeah, like every day we have our matrices, and we wanted to see different can angles, different trim angles, and just some of the aero setups. And yeah, definitely great learning today. Pretty challenging conditions out there.
You were able to still work through what you needed to despite the sea state?
Yeah. We got pretty much most of the stuff done.
Okay. Well, we got to mention the Capsize. It looked like kind of a bow stuff that turned into a corkscrew. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, obviously, it's pretty challenging. You have the bustle that it's hanging down on the boat, and then you have the foil that is coming in and out of the wave, so it's hard to manage the balance between keeping the bustle out of the water and the foil not coming out of the water. So you know, just one of those days that is pretty tough conditions, and like you say, we stopped the bow and then got slow and ended up in a pretty fun capsize.
Well, it looks like everything was okay. You guys got up and went right back sailing afterwards. So the boat and the crew, everyone.
Yeah, everybody was great. The boat came up right just fine, and we kept sailing, so it was pretty good.
Who was on board for the capsize?
I was Paul Goodison, Michael Manager on port side, and then Tom Slingsby and myself on starboard.
Okay. Is there a maximum sea state that the boat won't sail properly in with regard to wave height? And if so, have you found that threshold yet?
Well, it feels like today was pretty close. Definitely the technique has to change, and we gotta keep adapting to the conditions. But yeah, I mean, it wasn't easy.
Okay. And then early in the afternoon, the team ended sailing and then made the decision to come back out and continue sailing. Can you tell us what changed their minds?
We just decided the conditions on the bay were really nice, and we wanted to have like 1 more hour of good sailing in and go through a couple more tests and send some maneuvers in the flatter stuff. So we just decided to go for a little longer.
What's on the agenda for tomorrow? Do you know yet?
Yeah, we'll be sailing.
Okay. Inside, outside, do we know yet?
I don't know. It's always conditions dependent, and we make the decisions in the morning. So
seems like there's been some urgency to get offshore. Is that the case?
Well, like I say, you know, the conditions change the way you sail these boats a lot, and sometimes we're not very fortunate in what, you know, the conditions to get offshore. Sometimes we get foggy or stuff like that. But whenever it's good day to go out, we try to be out there and learning from the sea state.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you guys.
The 52nd edition of the Trofeo Princesa Sofia has a special importance just over a year before the games of the 33rd Olympiad begin in Paris. The best Olympic sailing specialists in the world met on the Bay of Palma as a taste of what may happen at the French regatta off Marseille. This is World Sailing's report on day 1 in Palma.
Blue skies did battle with stormy rain clouds over the Bay of Palma for the first day of competition at the Princess Sofia Trophy. The conditions made it challenging for the organisers to complete fair racing, making it a frustrating day for the competitors. The thing is, you can't afford to be affected by the vagaries of the wind. Somehow, the best sailors always find a way, even when the conditions are turning random. In the IQ foil men, reigning world champion Sebastian Kördel from Germany won one race and was second in another. France's Adrien Mestre scored a couple of race wins and seems to thrive on the high pressure that these high-speed reaching starts bring to the IQ foil competition. In the Ilka 7 men's single-handers, just one race completed for one side of the qualifying draw. Finland's Carl Tapper hiked his way to victory ahead of last year's event winner Mickey Beckett from Great Britain. Just behind in third was New Zealand's Tom Saunders, the 2021 world champion, and in fourth place, reigning Olympic champion from Australia, Matt Wern. The wind didn't stay sufficiently settled for any more racing from day one. We're keeping our fingers crossed for day 2 of competition, when we're hoping for more reliable breeze and for the 1,300 sailors across 10 different disciplines to get some good, solid results on the scoreboard.
Now it's Biotherm's turn to experience damage. They hit something with their foil, and it caused the team to take it seriously. They fixed the damage inside the Imoca with a repair which included a huge fire. Not something you see every day on a racing yacht.
Quelle idée, Anto? Il y a un point d'eau. Oh, il y a un point d'eau dans le bateau.
Ok, c'est la hauteur ski, il y a tout la peau extérieure qui s'est barré. On va d'abord rouler les voiles. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a? Je veux pas qu'il sorte de la calebrese. Ouais. La œuf, elle est bloquée. Hein.
So yeah, yesterday evening we hit something on the port foil with a big noise of crack of composite crack. So we first decided to look at the issue, and we saw that the external layer of the foil was broken, and on the bearing it was also many failure on the lower bearing, and the water from the sea start to enter in the boat. So during many hours we tried to reduce the water who comes on the boat. Actually, it's something like 50 liters per hour who are coming in the boat, so it's not a lot. And we succeed to put the fuel in on the upper bearing, so we can sail, not fast, but we can reach Itaijai probably 2 days later than with the ETA.
Se lancer dans du carbone. La pression du bac, ça c'est de 3 heures, même pas. Là, au pire, on arrache quand on sera en bâbord. Des fois, ça fait des. Tout en finesse. Tu veux un peu de bois de chauffage?
In one day, the wind managed to turn around an entire 360 degrees, making it very difficult for the race committee to place a course in the Bay of Palma de Mallorca for the IQ foils.
Go! No wind? No problem. Almost there. It's coming soon. It's gonna be here soon. A few seconds. Look, I can feel it. It's coming.
Had 4 races today. It's south. The wind was pretty shifty, but very strong. Tomorrow we look.
For day 2, and the 49er and 49er FX, wherein the men's was dominated by the French, and the women's FX by New Zealand. That's the diversity of talent in these divisions leading up to the Paris Olympics.
Day 2 of the Princess Sofia Trophy delivered racing for all 10 disciplines, the 6 boat fleets and the 4 foiling board fleets.
Yeah, feeling good, really excited to get racing again. It's the first big event of the year and looks a little bit light today. At the moment there's no wind, but hopefully the wind will pick up and we'll get some good racing in.
It's a really long season and we're always lucky enough to come here in Palma and get really good conditions. Yeah, we're really happy to be here.
In the 49er men, reigning world champions Bart Lambrieks and Floris van der Werken had a pretty good start to their campaign. Scores of 4 and 2 put the Dutch in second overall. But with 2 bullets from 2, the dominant team of the day were the French crew Kevin Fischer and Jan Jovan.
The speed was important for sure, but the big gain was about the shift of the wind. 2 races today and we won all races of the day.
In the women's 49er FX skiff, the favourites struggled in today's opening 2 races. Reigning Olympic champions from Brazil and reigning world champions from the Netherlands are both hovering around 10th overall. Top performers from the day were New Zealand's team Jo Ali and Molly Meach. Jo Ali might be relatively new to the 49er FX skiff, but she brings the pedigree and experience of gold and silver Olympic medals in the 470.
Oh, it was a pretty long day. I think we had nearly every wind direction possible. We had a bit of 20 knots, we had a bit of 5 knots. It was yeah, mixed bag, but good racing.
A good Kiwi performance in the NACRA 17 as well, with Micah Wilkinson and Erica Dawson winning their opening race in Blue Group, where the usually invincible Tita and Banti from Italy finished in 6th. A chink in Italian armour? Probably too soon to say, but day 2 in Parma has certainly thrown up some surprises.
An unspecified and highly unusual below-deck gear breakage curtailed Emirates Team New Zealand's second day of training this week aboard Itaijai in Auckland on Tuesday. Simon van Veldhoven, one of the Superfit Power group of Emirates Team New Zealand, summed it up brilliantly after sailing, saying, "Yeah, we're starting to throw it around a bit more now, and probably the G-forces feel like it was pre-racing here in Auckland."
Simon van Veldhoven, Power Group for Emirates Team New Zealand. Thank you for giving us your time this afternoon. It was unusually for us, not the best day. Can you break it down?
Yeah, we had an epic day yesterday. Legs are a bit tired, but yeah, we got through 45 minutes of warm-up sailing and going through all the checks, and then we stopped and swapped grinders and had a drink of water, and then had a minor breakage, and just decided it wasn't worth fixing the water, so we came in.
Understand. I mean, that is boat racing. These things happen.
Yeah.
Could you let us know what part of the boat the damage was?
Something quite important. Small part, but important with the whole sailing aspect. So we couldn't obviously proceed with it, but we just decided to fix it on shore and go out again at another time.
Fair enough, I understand. Thank you for clarifying. So we had probably maxing at about 18 knots. When I was out there, the boat looked really fast and stable, no control issues. Everybody's quite comfortable with the boat, aren't they?
Yeah, we're starting to throw it around a bit more now, and probably G-force is starting to feel like it was pre-racing here in Auckland. So everyone's getting a lot more comfortable in the big school bus, and yeah, I'm just obviously excited for further upgrades and further refinement, and just really starting to rip into it.
So I mean, today would have been up at a middle to upper range. In a race, let's say a race is going on for half an hour, maybe 40 minutes. With the current setup, are you guys feeling in condition? Can you deliver enough power?
It's all, yeah, I mean, if it was just us out there doing laps, it'll be okay, but you throw another boat in the race and it's, yeah, you're kind of influenced, so everyone just starts trimming a bit harder and requests a bit more power. So yeah, it's the same for pre-Auckland, where we're comfortable, and then you jump in a race with Luna Rossa and the numbers are just going ballistic. So yeah, I mean, there's always going to be improvements, but right now we can go sailing for an hour with no issues.
No issues. No one's completely dead after an hour,
no.
Even in the windy stuff.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we're still buggered, but we're not dead.
That's a wonderful way of describing it. You know, we're not dead. You know? Well, it's very impressive to watch. Thank you very much for giving us your time, and fingers crossed we get it sorted and get out there tomorrow for a big session.
Cool, awesome, thank you.
The New Zealand sailing team are having a good meet in Parma at the Princess Sofia Regatta, and Olympic Ilka coach, John Emmett, talked to Luke Deegan, who is heading the Ilka Sevens.
So another day in sunny Parma, joined by Luke Deegan from New Zealand, and sunny day, probably going to get that sea breeze coming, but the first 2 days have been pretty difficult. Tell us a little bit about it on the Ilka 7 course.
So we've had a sea breeze trying to creep in, and a couple of big grey clouds coming to disturb that, and so we've had winds from all sorts of directions. On the first day, only the yellow fleet got 1 race in. Second day, red and blue managed to get 3 races in, and yellow only got 1, so now we're here to catch up with yellow in the morning, and then we'll change fleets a little bit, and 2 more qualifying races this afternoon.
Wow, so it's going to be a pretty hard day if you're yellow, and I guess they were feeling quite smug yesterday if they only got races ahead. But what do you think of the Parma conditions? It looks like the sea breeze is likely to come in?
Yeah, I think we can expect a bit more of a normal sea breeze today, and there's good conditions for that to start pumping up to maybe 15 or 18 knots.
Because we've got one more day of qualifying before we move into Gulfleet, then I guess it gets really, really tough. Any thoughts on that? I keep on asking people who their favourite runners and riders are, and nobody will answer me.
No, there's lots of guys looking good, so I won't be making a pick. The Aussies look good, the Brits look good, the Kiwis are doing well. You know, all the Euros from the Europeans are doing well, so it's anyone's regatta, I think.
And a little bit about preparation for today. You know, it could be flat hiking breeze and what you did before coming to the Princess Sofia.
My preparation was a little bit unorthodox. I had some other commitments in Australia, so I was at the Flying 15 Worlds for 3.5 weeks. It's nice to get the tiller back in my hand, and you know, we're coming in hot, but it's been good, and we'll start building to The Hague from here. So it's all a good place to start.
Brilliant. Well, very best of luck for today, and yeah, sun is shining. I'm sure we'll be on the water soon.
Cheers, John.
Running a close third with a badly torn mainsail, the crew on 11th hour racing in the ocean race are down to the last of their clean clothes. Navigator Simon Fisher has opened his last T-shirt, and at the time, he was 300 miles from the finish. The laundry list in Itaijai will be long.
Time for a little change.
The day has arrived, Sofia.
Day of reckoning is upon us.
How long have you had that shirt, those pants, and shorts?
It's a good question. Longer than I care to remember. Or probably care to admit.
What, today is day 36.
And day 36. And maybe I changed the first lot on somewhere around day 20, so.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Not too bad. But probably longer than you want to wear any of these clothes. It's certainly not smell or cleanliness. It's all temperature related.
And how many did you bring? Are you like, is this a here until the finish kind of change?
This is me until the finish. Shorts and t-shirt. Good to go. I brought 3 sets of thermals and managed to use 2.
You're thermal rich. It's not going to do
So I'm
much good
thermal
these
rich.
days.
And the fleecy pants managed to stay in the bag the whole way around. So obviously it wasn't that cold. Looking forward to just changing up a bit. Yeah, there's been a little bit of talk of showering going on. But I'm almost at the point now where I can wait until I arrive and do the job properly. Rather than half-assed it at the back of the boat. Been stinking for 36 days.
Back into the same
Almost 300
sleeping
miles
bag.
from the finish, so
Yeah.
I reckon I can make it.
Okay, where does that go? Does that go straight to the bin, or are you going to try and salvage it with a wash?
No. These will wash up just fine. They don't even smell bad now. Recycle the food bags. This bag is reserved for the very smelliest. Let's get so the 3-week-old socks in there.
Straight to the incinerator.
I'll just leave it in the laundry for Maria to find. I think with Amro, there's a pair of thermal bottoms that were in like a Ziploc bag.
Yeah.
Some I like chucked him in the laundry or whatever, or chucked him in the laundry pile. She said, "Oh, don't worry, I'll do it." And then like sat there until Baltimore, and she was like. But she stuck with me, so.
True love.
Must have been love.
How's that mane look up there? Finally had some breeze.
Starting to look a bit tired, I have to say, but it's still in one piece. So. But the lead is going a bit, it's opening a bit. It's still there, so it's good. It survived the 20, it had to survive the night, and it did, so it did a good job. So I think we're pretty good for the end of the race.
Yeah, that number there now is how far it is to the finish line. So only 168 miles. But in that 168 miles, plenty can still happen. Just slowly getting lifted. Breeze is spilling in from the south. no Biotherm over here somewhere in the southerly as well. So and then we got a should keep lifting, and then we'll jive. We've got some downwind sailing. Should peak out about 20 knots, and then sort of start to ease off again into the night, into the morning. So we might have quite a light finish. So chances are the approach to the finish will be anything but straightforward, but that's your racing. So I don't know, personally, I'm feeling pretty upbeat and pretty excited about getting there. Super excited to see the family, but also, you know, excited about putting in a really good effort in these last 24 hours and doing everything we can to grab this point that's on offer. So, yeah, up for a fight. Gonna give it everything.
When you think behind, it's been a lot of days, a lot of effort to get there. So, yeah, I think we need to try to give what we can in the last push, and yeah, for sure if we can put Biotherm behind us, it will be a good reward for everything we did.